Are these Marcus's burritos or are these Kara's burritos?
They're mine.
All right. Excellent job, Marcus. I didn't doubt that. I just didn't want to deny Kara the credit. Did she shoot the elk that's in it?
There's no, you know what? Unfortunately, there's no wild game in that burrito. I ran out of, I usually put sausage in them, but I was tight on time, so it's just bacon.
All right.
Just spit it out on your plate.
They're still really good.
Well, thank you.
Whatever qualifier you want to put on it, still really good.
They're delicious. I'm going high, looking down low. Randy's gonna go out on a knob. Over some lower country, we can look into some folds that you can't see from the high country.
I think sooner or later one of them's gonna be a whopper.
Old Hank?
Big Hank.
Big Hank. You ready?
Joel and Marcus are going one direction, and I'm gonna jump in the Kawasaki, and I'm going a different direction, and hopefully one of us will locate a bull that Joel wants to shoot. Well, I'm here. Rode the Kawasaki up to this spot, and now I'm gonna hike in, and I'll be well below those guys, but I'm gonna climb up this ridge that comes to a great big top that I should be able to glass from.
Big one. But we haven't seen many deer, but there's a few of them around. We found a dead bull on this hillside and now a shed, so it doesn't look like it gets a whole lot of human traffic. I could see those bulls that went to water, feeding over there in that sage grass slope and then bedding out in the PJ, but they gotta come back for water, which keeps them relatively close, almost to the point where we can set up and glass a bit. We just gotta get up a little bit higher. I'm kind of wondering if we want to maybe set up here for like 20 minutes and just glass these faces and then roll up another half mile and then sit down and glass for 20 minutes. Because we got about a 4-mile ridge to walk, and those elk out for about 2 hours after sunrise. So they give us quite a bit of time, but I want to make sure we take a look at this stuff that's right in front of us before we get to the top of the ridge, because we're going to lose sight of some of it.
Marcus are up there above me about, 800 or 900 vertical feet. They're going to take that ridge line, they said, and walk it all day. That'd be a good tactic. Because they could see a lot of stuff from up there that I can't see from over here. nice bull. The one in the back. He doesn't have a broken tine anywhere. He's over 40 inches wide. He's got 50-inch main beams. The fronts are big. The thirds and fourths are good. The fifth, a little shorter. A lot of people wonder what elk live on in this stuff. You can see right there, it looks like they're mowing on the juniper berries. There's a crop of juniper berries here that is really impressive this year. They'll also eat the buds off mahogany. I got to keep an eye on where they bed. They're just kind of easing their way, feeding through.
Let's get out on this point and we can glass a whole bunch of country. Well, just had 2 more bulls, so we can pull the spotter out and take a look.
It's super cool just watching them spar. I feel like if we just keep finding little spots like this, probably just eventually run into a big boy.
Well, I watched 7 bulls this morning. There was one pair that had a really good bull in the group. I think he's got a broken fourth on the driver's side, but he's still a really good bull. I watched them and they disappeared in this huge patch of mahogany. Probably 1,000 yards top to bottom, 600 yards wide. So I don't know exactly where they are at. In Nevada, you can use radios legally, but we don't own any radios, so we didn't bring any with. All I could do is send an in-reach message to Joel saying, hey, if you go to this side of the drainage and look across, those bulls are in there somewhere.
Been hanging out here glassing, and Randy spotted a bull up around the corner, so we're gonna go take a look. Says it's a good one, so we're gonna check it out, see what we got. And but now we got to figure out, there's a pretty open face in a bull here, so we should need to think about our approach to make sure we can get in there undetected.
As I'm wondering where Joel and Marcus are, somewhere up on that mountain, I see some feral horses in the far off distance. And that gets me thinking about these feral horses, about the Wild Horse and Burro Act, and how we as a society are letting horses destroy these landscapes. Well, Carl, having lived in Nevada his entire life, he's relayed to me some of the things he's seen firsthand. Well, Carl, you've lived here your whole life. The Wild Horse and Burro Act passed in 1971 and supposedly was going to set all these management areas with appropriate levels of horses. Yeah. Something tells me we're way, way beyond that in Nevada.
Yeah. We have 38,000 horses approximately in Nevada now. Appropriate management level is 12,000 some. And that's after several years of pretty aggressive captures where they're trying to get them under control.
Yeah.
They think it'll take them 20 years. And that's if, Congress continues to give them the money and lets them do it.
I get pretty harsh on horses, but horses are out here just trying to make a living. They didn't ask to get put in this situation. But the reality is we're making a trade-off of either native wildlife and native landscapes or non-native wildlife.
Non-native livestock that have been set free.
Yeah. And everyone wants to have this romantic view that they came over from Spain. Really, these are horses that people are like, I can't take care of this thing, so they bring it out out here and let it go. I have hunted here in Nevada before for pronghorn, especially. Obviously, you're going to hunt near a water source, and the horses just push the pronghorn away. They keep them away, and they do the same for deer. They probably do the same for elk. They're very aggressive. the way they utilize the landscape, people will make the argument that, well, there's domestic cattle out there. Well, yeah, but the BLM adjusts those allotments and those AUMs and everything.
Well, I think too, when you see more frequent drought in a lot of these Western landscapes, it makes some of these issues more impactful, right? Like when you have a lot of rain on the landscape, like there's just more to go around, the pie's bigger. Maybe it's not such a big deal, you got some horses running around. But when you got a drought and there's only so much water and only so much grass, and they're on top of it and they're overpopulated, everything else loses. Yeah. And we're just seeing that more and more, which means that we need to be active and do something about it. And nobody's saying we want all the horses off the range, right? I mean, we just want them to be at appropriate management levels where the range can support those numbers.
He's there, the big one. I can see both of them. The little one went out of sight. They're really hard to see now. I mean, basically can't. The little one's butt is barely in view.
They're not in a good position to get a shot.
No. Oh, like 800, I don't know. 840. And you'd have to get, I think if you get to this ridge, 400, how far? I mean, that'd be 440. Yeah, he's nice. He's really nice.
Let's go kill that bull. It's a heck of an elk.
Yeah, he's sweet.
He's just solid.
Yeah. Very nice, has everything. Oh, he's standing up.
He is?
Yep. Maybe hang out for a second. He's raking.
Probably just gonna bend down and get much of it.
I bet he got sun on him. I bet he's gonna reposition in that same clump. But he's gonna not leave that patch.
He's repositioning right now.
Yeah. He just ploppered it, I can tell. I think he plopped right there.
Time to move in. We're gonna go for it, so we'll see. He's in a good position. He can't really see us and gives us a chance to back out of here. And then move down, slide over, and then move up the draw. That's adjacent to him. The wind looks good. It's going up the hills, so we should be good there. We did see some elk down the hill, so we're gonna have to be a little careful we don't blow them up the drainage accidentally, but everything looks good so far, and he's a great bull, so we'll see if we can make it happen.
Well, Marcus just sent me a message. I feel like I'm in a dark room and someone's talking to me. Marcus said, located the bull. Joel wants to kill him. Moving in for a stalk now. Sorry, folks. I'm not going to be able to film anything for you, I don't think. I don't see him anywhere. I'll keep trying. I guess other than that, all you get is just play-by-play of them telling me what they're doing. Well, folks, don't ask me how I found this. Well, I can confirm it's definitely a bull. And I do think it is the bull that was the biggest of the ones this morning. The real question is, where are Joel and Marcus?
see him?
Yeah, he's still same spot. You can look. You can see his antlers.
Oh yeah.
I see movement for the big one. To the left. Dead center of the patch.
Oh yeah. I see him moving to the right.
Yep. Small bull. It's out to the right. The small bull is visible, the big bull is not. Just his antler tips, yeah, he's behind him to the left.
It's like rubbing a tree.
Yep. Assume he's gonna follow the small bull.
He's still in the interior of it though, huh?
Yeah, he's still in that big stuff. Still in those trees. I got binos up. I'll see him if he comes out. He's raking a bush.
Come on, man.
He's still raking.
Okay. He's going to town. He's going to town.
Yeah.
Guess it's like a dog chewing on a stick. Guess we'll name him Rake.
He's walking. To the left. To the left. To the left. Now he's turning around, going to the right.
He's still going?
He's walking.
To the left? Are you ready?
Yep.
You are?
Yes. Sounded like a hit, I could not tell where.
Okay.
It sounded like a hit, but I could not tell where. Yeah. No, he's going down.
What?
I just saw him stumble. He's going down. I think he's dead. I saw right when I put the scope on him. I saw two right behind his shoulder. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He went through him and he didn't.
Yeah.
It felt right.
Letting Randy know.
Mm-hmm. Already did.
Nice.
I'm just sending a text to my wife and dad.
I get a message from Joel that says, shots fired, come on over. Pretty sure he's dead in the brush. That's a good deal. It's gonna take me a long time to get over there, so I better get off this rock, go drop all my stuff down in this little meadow here, and start hoofing it.
Thinking to myself, you know, when I was laying there, I was like, man, like, this has all been so awesome, like seeing all these elk and then the stock, and now it's like, well, he's in this patch of trees, like, the odds of this not working out at this point are pretty low. I mean, I gotta really screw something up.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, oh, that's kind of sad. I'm having fun.
Yeah. Nice.
There he is. Good, he didn't go far. Well, that's awesome. A great bull. Some places where he doesn't have any hair from fighting, from antlers scraping them and stuff.
Dang.
Just got done with the rut, I don't know, a few weeks ago.
I shot the wrong bull, Randy. It's just a raghorn. Got him.
Ooh. Good one.
Yeah,
You happy?
I'm super happy. Bit of a hump over here.
I have a lot of ways not to go. Don't take the way I took over here. Oh.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Joel the Prophet said, I bet you we find a dead elk down here. What, 10 minutes ago?
10 seconds ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just I always find like dead animals down in these deep ravines, you know, because I don't know, I think animals come down here to die and they get washed down in the snow.
Yeah.
And it's also a place where you find antlers because a lot of people don't find themselves in here very frequently.
What a day.
Yeah. It was a good feeling to take the pack off.
Oh my God.
We're just gonna go grab Joel's Jeep and come back and load up a bunch of elk meat.
You think that McDonald's, what do they call them at McDonald's?
McMuffin.
Egg McMuffin ain't got Jack Diddley on the Joel Webster elk camp model.
Yeah, glad you like it. Figure we're burning calories, so we're ripping with butter.
That sounds great.
Yep. Going through the last of my undamaged eggs here. This one's a little frozen, I think. Yeah. Might require a couple tries. That's not gonna work.
No.
Oh yeah, it'll work. Look at that, that's amazing. Not that pretty.
Well, we got some more work this morning. Joel shot that big bull last night. We got 2 quarters, the back straps, tenderloin. Got all that out. Now I gotta go and get the other 2 quarters, the trim, the head, and the cape. And we're gonna put it all in the Kawasaki here. So there's gonna be all that elk, 3 packs and 3 guys. Should be a little bit tight quarters, fellers. Gonna be fun today. I mean, what more could you do on whatever it is, some Friday in November, other than hike back a few miles in the Nevada wild country and pack out one of your buddy's great big bull elk? Marcus, you got a better idea than what we could be doing today?
Not at all. It sounds great. I'm excited.
Hey, Joel, you excited for what you're going to do today?
It's awesome.
Awesome. See? This week we've been living really rich, Joel. You know that?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, just seeing bulls like almost all day long.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And you know what's even better?
What?
This last load, I'm not going to have a spotting scope and a tripod and a rifle to carry, so it's actually going to be lighter than last night.
And people wonder why we get so worked up about public land. I mean, just think, other than the price of your tag and the gas they get here, that's all it costs you.
That's right. When you think about like a vacation, you know, going on a vacation, it's really not that much money because we're not staying at a hotel.
Right.
I mean, you're basically coming out here and going camping.
Yeah.
And you pay for the tag, but all this land is yours. So you get to access it for free.
All right, gentlemen, we ready?
You bet.
You think we need 4-wheel drive?
Probably not.
Not for a bit. We can go down. We'll take that road we took across the first day.
Our hope for a shortcut to Joel's Bowl isn't so short. Though most of Nevada is public land, the homesteaders claim the well-watered areas, and that ends up controlling some of the access. As Carl and Joel explain, that causes a few issues, even in a state with as much public land as Nevada.
Well, guys, one of the things about an arid state like Nevada is water is key, not just for wildlife, but for humans. And a lot of the most watered areas got homesteaded or got claimed. And sometimes that can complicate access. I know TRCP has worked hard on a lot of access issues across a lot of states. In today's world, we're losing a lot of places to hunt. We're losing access to public land sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really interesting example. I mean, basically, we're on BLM land here, but the county road comes all the way up to this gate. And this is a big canyon. You know, there's a bunch of elk habitat in there, and this is the way into the canyon, but because that's private land and that's a private road right there, there's no public access. And so if you want to get in there, you've got to find a way to come in the backside. You know, there's a lot of places in the West where the agencies have secured easements across private land, and because of that, those permanent easements provide that access permanently. But in places where they haven't, there's a risk of it being closed, right? It's not a public road.
Yeah.
And so it just shows how important it is for, you know, organizations as well as agencies to work really hard to secure that permanent access before it's lost.
All right. Mr. Kawasaki got us where we wanted. I cut a bunch of distance off. We didn't even have to ruin the Raptor. I guess we'll see if we can fit 3 packs, 3 guys, and most of an elk in here, huh?
Well, we'll make it work. I'm not going back up there.
We could put, if you're missing your tripod, your rifle, and your spotter, we could grab some of these rocks and dump about an extra 25 pounds in there, Joel.
How about one of those blue water jugs?
There you go. You'll be all loosened up when you get up there to the elk. Look at the tracks everywhere. This place is filled with elk.
Yeah.
Maybe it just never rained, so they never wash out. I don't know. Where's the other one, Marcus?
I don't know.
That's a nice bowl.
Maybe it's the Webster Bowl a couple of years ago.
Cool.
We should take that out of here.
I'm not packing that out, Marcus will.
Well, I made it.
Had to lock in the hubs. Put it in 4 low. You know, I'm only 4 days past 60, and this is twice you've made me hike over here.
Thank you, Randy.
50% of my days after turning 60, you've made me do that.
I appreciate it.
Glad you
You're
do.
very generous.
Just wait till you get a call someday. I don't want you to block my phone number.
I'll be there.
Joel, I got a bull down in this spot. It's not that hard.
It's only a little bit of vertical and a few miles from the rig.
But it's downhill.
What'd you just do there, Randy?
What I did is I wanted to lighten the load some. So took about, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds of shank off there. Trimmed everything off, cut it at the knee, and left all the meat attached to the hindquarters. And it'll also fit on my load shelf a little bit better. It won't be so tall. We've got a pretty good track to get back to the rig, and my mind is thinking about what Joel has told me as to the work TRCP has done to get easements and mapping data up to date at the federal level.
TRCP worked really hard to get a bill passed called the Modernizing Access to Our Public Land Act, the MAP Land Act.
Yeah.
And what that does is it actually directs the agencies to map digitally all their easements. So they have a lot of easements across private lands, about 90,000 of them that the BLM and Forest Service have. But then
They're sitting in a desk drawer. They're not.
dusty filing cabinets.
Yeah.
That's right, and basement offices of local agency offices.
Yeah.
And so it requires them to digitize that here in the next 4 years, and then also to make sure that they have all the roads and trails on the public land mapped. We're working to make sure that there's clarity so people know where they can and cannot go with certainty, and it reduces conflict with landowners, makes the best use of people's time. But then places where there isn't access, how do we secure that and make sure that these places are open and available to the public?
You can understand how a landowner might get to the point where they put a lock on their gate. Maybe bad experience. It's up to all of us to be good stewards as well as ask for access.
The responsibility is on the hunter to know where you're at in Montana. Here, the responsibility is on the landowner to post their property. But I always tell people, no, just even if it's not posted, make sure you have permission.
Yep.
Don't just go there and do it, because that's how gates get put, or locks get put on gates. That's how landowners get frustrated.
Lots of times landowners will let you pass through.
Man, how is this an evolutionary advantage to like have headgear like this? It's all about sexual courtship. It's amazing. We did it.
Here we are.
Oh, he fits.
There you go. How about that?
Hauling Joel's bull back to camp, I'm thankful that so many public lands have been consolidated by using money from the Land and Water Conservation Fund, commonly known as LWCF, by providing a dedicated funding source for acquisition of in-holdings and just generally improving the access to our public lands.
A lot of this access stuff, the acquisition piece, like so much of the work is spending time with these landowners, right, to build that trust and to come up with a deal that works for them. Yeah. Also, there are some issues with our appraisal system that maybe doesn't sort of compensate them enough to make it sort of worthwhile, and that's a real challenge. I mean, the tools are there, though. I mean, we were successful in getting the Land and Water Conservation Fund fully, like permanently reauthorized and fully funded at $900 million a year, and there's actually a carve-out in that has to be used for public access every year, 3%. And then there's also some legislation that passed that we were involved in that directs the agencies to identify priority areas for opening up for access, areas that are landlocked or difficult to access. And so they've actually got a big priority list, the BLM and Forest Service and some other agencies do. So I think there's a lot of work that can be done in the next couple decades to open these places up.
Well, Carl, I don't think you got any shortage of things to work on in Nevada.
No, I don't think so.
Hope you don't plan on retiring anytime soon.
Oh, look at that. So it's like this thing was built for that.
Needs to come your way a little. Right there. Maybe a touch more.
My way?
Yeah, just so I can get it in there. There we go, like that.
These places in the Great Basin, these parts of Nevada, these desolate areas that have the opportunity and the capacity for elk, it is a really, really cool place. And the Nevada elk story is one of those stories that I hope every hunter takes the time to learn about. How really qualified people who work hard, who work with the conservation groups, who do all the things they can put more elk on the ground.